Opening up the UFC Charlotte card, we have Jessica Rose Clark coming back after a gruesome, it actually wasn't very gruesome, but after an arm break to take on Tainara Lisboa. Tainara Lisboa is the only UFC debut on this card. Jessica Rose Clark, 11-8 overall, 2-3 in her last 5, and she's coming off back-to-back submission losses. She's taken on Tainara Lisboa, 5-2 overall, 4-1 in her last 5, and as I mentioned, this is her UFC debut. And this is an interesting fight because Jessica Rose Clark is a slick striker. She is coming off these back-to-back submission losses, but she actually has some takedowns in her back pocket, right? She's had several takedowns in a lot of her fights. She's averaging almost 2 per fight. So she is able to mix in offensive takedowns. She just doesn't seem to do well with the raw grappling. But she's a slick striker with fast, powerful, straight shots. And that actually could be a problem for Tainara Lisboa because Tainara Lisboa is a Muay Thai striker. She's got a Muay Thai background, and she likes to load up on her feet. She throws wild knees in the clinch. She works really, really well, and she's going to come forward, throw aggressive, and look for that finish. My only knock on Tainara is when she's throwing those shots, everything is looped. Even her jab is not straight up the middle. She's looping it a little bit. And somebody like Jessica Rose Clark, who is technical, could literally beat her to the punch. She could send it right up the middle and catch her before the loops come in. All of that being said, I do think Tainara's going to win this fight. I've got a small little $20 bet. 0.2 units, 20 units, $100. $20 bet on her at plus 122. That line is moving. I believe she's even money now. Actually, minus 110. We see it right there. Because I do think that Tainara is going to come forward. She's going to be aggressive. She is obviously very dangerous. Jessica Rose Clark is a solid striker. She's finally going to be in a striking match, but I don't know what that arm is like. I don't know what her psyche is like fighting, basically for her UFC career, coming off that arm break. And this is striker versus striker. I'm going to go with the underdog here. She's the more accomplished striker. I think she's probably the more dangerous striker, but only a $20 bet because this is not a guarantee. What do you think, Jakey? What are you laughing at?
That last comment is like the most random comment I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even going to repeat, but it's the most random comment.
Guy has a hot wife. Good for him.
Something like that. Yeah. I think the big elephant in the room besides Angelo is Lisboa's competition in MMA. I mean, when you look at the people that she has fought, they basically have no wins. And you're going to see that a lot on regional scenes, right? It's tough when people are making their UFC debut, coming off regional scenes, because most of the fighters you're going to fight are not very good. People are going to say the same thing with Pete Rodriguez. Oh, he's fought nobody and stuff. It's like, you can't really help. You can't really help who you fight. And when she fights these people, she beats the shit out of them. So it's like she's doing what she's supposed to do on the regional scenes. Angelo nailed pretty much the entire breakdown. Jessica Rose Clark, a very, very good kickboxer who kind of found wrestling and then started to just kind of default in the wrestling, which really got her in trouble because she's not really a jiu-jitsu practitioner. So she was trying to get these takedowns, these clinch positions. She was trying to clinch, Stephanie Egger. What was it? I think it was Stephanie Egger, right? 2 fights ago?
One of them.
Stephanie Egger. Yeah, she was trying to clinch Stephanie Egger, a high-level judo person. I don't know why that was the game plan. She got tossed down armbarred. Then she came in against Julia and tried to clinch her after she didn't try to clinch her. She hurt her, got too aggressive in the striking, got taken down, and then got armbarred again. So, like you said, this should be the better matchup for Jessica. She should be able to strike if she wants to strike, but if she wants to wrestle, this actually might be the time to wrestle. I know Lisboa can be taken down. She is, I think, a purple belt in
She has slick jiu-jitsu after getting taken down for sure.
Right. So she knows what she's doing in there. But, I felt great about this matchup going into when I was like, Muay Thai world champion versus Jessica Rose Clark, who's pretty good everywhere. And as you mentioned, a good striker. But that Muay Thai championships were 2012, 2013, 2014, somewhere around there. That was a long time ago.
30 Muay Thai champ. Like, there's not one Muay Thai champ, you know what I mean? Like,
right. People are going to be like, she fought Shevchenko to a decision. That was literally 13 years ago. And when I'm looking at her Instagram, when I'm thinking of a Muay Thai champion and somebody that's coming in, a dominant striker, and she's got all the training videos. She's obviously working hard. I mean, every single post is like, boom, boom, training. And I'm watching her hit mitts. And I know everyone can look good hitting mitts. And I've heard that time and time again. But when I'm watching her, I'm not seeing the speed and the snappiness that I would expect when I'm watching Jessica Rose Clark hit mitts. I mean, it's fast, it's down the pipe. As Angel mentioned, Lisboa, it's like, oh man, like what are we doing here? Like she should be the better striker in this matchup, so she is going to be my pick because it's hard to trust Jessica Rose Clark with anything except for my heart. But I got to go with Lisboa in this matchup. I think that she should be the better striker in a mostly striking matchup, and that's why I put a bet on her as well. And she's gonna be my pick. But Jessica, I'm rooting for you.
I think I agree with you. That's why I did just $20, 0.2 units at decent plus money.
I pumped it up.
You moved the line, is what you're saying?
No, I did more than fucking 0.2.
Oh, well, you're just a baller. I have a family to support.
That's why I got those gold chains, and you got that. What is that back there?
Two children.
On the floor back there, yeah.
That's stuff we're moving. Those are expensive lamps from Pottery Barn. Okay,
I bet they are.
Yeah. Anyway, also Tanera beat the absolute shit out of Norma Dumont before getting caught in that submission, but she was putting it on Norma Dumont, and that actually to me was a big watching that fight. Okay, watching that fight, I was like, man, and going on knowing this, Norma Dumont would beat the shit out of Jessica Rose Clark, and I hate MMA math; it doesn't work like that. But so we're both on the same side. Neither one of us super confident. DraftKings 8,400 to 7,800. It's a little tricky because I'd like the underdog here. There's a 7 in front of that number, which is solid, but I don't know how well she'll score because I don't think she's going to submit, obviously, Jessica Rose Clark. And I think she'll outstrike her, but I don't think she'll put her away. What do you think of the DraftKings?
I'd stay away. There's too many question marks. UFC debut, level of competition. Jessica
Broken
Rose
arm.
Clark, I mean, just too many, whatever. But I will say right now, I think Jessica Rose Clark is hands down, like, just absolutely goddamn beautiful.
Yeah, she knows it too. So, good job.
So, if you're listening, if you happen to be watching,
well, this video's gonna get chopped up and tweeted at her.
Yeah,
like the rest of them.
Pay no attention. This could be you. This could be you.
Anyway, WeWantPicks.com. Become a premium member. It's only $10 a month. You're gonna unlock everything, all the picks, the bets, the DraftKings insight, the DraftKings information that helped our community make over $78,000 this weekend.